Alright, so let's let him ask me something now.
Alright, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer. To find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
Okay. Sometime later, after many hangovers.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this will manage to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived entirely unmolested.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
The shit?
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse, in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Okay, well.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought. But the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Well, first of all, I don't know what the hell a white is. I don't think we've ever encountered one in these Witcher games, so I don't know. Also, there's a curse. Spoons. Told me that's not freaking weird. Alright, meditating. Get the horse over here and we'll ride to our next destination. Spotted whites. So Geralt thought that his Witcher, you know, forebears had hunted down every single white that there was. Apparently, this is not true. And apparently this horse is fucking stupid. And won't walk. There. So there's only one white left, or is it not a white? It would suck because we need the white. We need the white saliva. We could just kiss it. Kiss the white, give it a big sloppy wet kiss. That's one way to do it. Get a blowjob from it, maybe. I'll give you some saliva to work with. Nice sloppy blowjob. Huh. Waypoint glitched again. They never fixed the waypoints. The GPS always goes wacky. Alright, we're on the way. The curse of the spoons! Stupid foglets, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing, you stupid horse? It's just a bunch of little foglets. Wow, you're a fucking pussy. What a pussy of a horse. The fuck are you? A bar guest. Bar guest that, motherfucker. Stupid thing. Well, they were right about the spoons. Look. There's all kinds of spoons hanging everywhere.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
It says, get the fuck out. It says, soup's on. Yummy. It's the house of Chef Boyardee.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right.
And it's everywhere.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Alright, time to look around.
What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
What's this? Stained diary. For a few days now, I've been having dizzy spells. I never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft or sorcery, I'll have to visit an herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist, a repulsive old crone. She gave me some curse to make sure that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there are no wrinkles, but I'd rather that they were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and legged it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I'm cutting the hair back, which is growing back thicker, faster and faster. I put the idea out of my head. I can't hold back any longer. Maybe it was the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar who I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I cannot think it is getting hard. It is hard to write. Loneliness, no family. Eat, I want to eat. Not a good spoon. Empty spoons. Nothing. Eat, it hurts. Mirror, lies, no. Ah. Okay, then.
Poor girl realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
So she turned into a monster and started collecting spoons.
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
All these fucking spoons. Every bag full of spoons. You found the super spoon, the most powerful weapon in the game.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Spoony, spoony. Spoony bar. Any spoony bards about? Oh, look. Looks like she killed her family.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense.
A decaying letter. Dear Master Levasseur, I know you trek outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I've drawn you out here, why we cannot meet in person. My present situation, any kind of meeting is risky. Well, let's see. Anyone, oh wow, anyone who I meet, it's risky because I'm afflicted by a curse. Soon after I visited an herbalist, she disappeared without a trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I should hire you to find her. If it turns out my suffering is not this fault of the herbalist, let her go. Huh. Marlene de Trastamara. So that's who she was. Marlene de Trastamara.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Bertha. What a name.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Guess we're going down.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here.
Is this some kind of shed?
What I was looking for? White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse. And it's been trying desperately to lift it. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred.
A spot that'll let him observe the cauldron, huh? Oh, greater green mutagen.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Aha, here we go. Hide in the cupboard. Uh-oh. Ooh. Looks delicious. Throw a sock or two in there for extra flavor. Let me take a dump in it. Try to lift the curse. What the fuck?
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Will she let me help?
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Ah, is that how you break the curse?
Just need a bit for Regis.
Got the brew.
And now we'll tend to you. Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Eat not using the spoons.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
Will this work? Ah, what the fuck does she make? Yummy!
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Whoa! Is it working? Oh shit! I think it is working. Holy shit! I leveled up.
Quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white.
I need
Won't be
2
hard
ability
to
points.
find, given its stench.
Yeah. I needed 2 ability points in order to use the mutation, so I'm gonna save up. Excuse me. Certainly something happened. Ah, she ran right out here and got killed by some fucking random enemies. What the fuck? There's 100 of these fucking things. fucking time. Here, eat some bread. Thing just spawned through the wall or something. Weird. Alright, keep following the trail. There. Nice! I think it worked.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
Oh, she's old as shit now.
I'll take you someplace safe.
My bed. My bed chamber. Age doesn't mean anything for the Witcher. Okay, well. Interesting. Actually, got rid of a curse. A major curse.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased, finally, to make your acquaintance, sir. Though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basilfolti, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve as your major domo at Corfo Bianco.
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse.
Shot all over.
She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
What is this
Vineyard
place?
comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never
Nice guy.
hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
You can give me a tour of the vineyard now? Really?
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least.
Ah.
Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
Alright, we're gonna take a tour of my new vineyard that I own. Cool.